Hey everybody. Well, today we're going to take a look at this interesting little wood model. So it's the Enterprise D from Star Trek. So this is from a company called Incredi. I found this on Amazon and it was just kind of cool. You know how much I love Star Trek and all that stuff. So on the back here, we can see that it just comes in these flat pieces. We'll take a look at the parts here in just a minute. You build it. You can paint it if you want to. It does look better painted, but I don't know if I'm going to paint it. I was just kind of more curious about the kit itself. So yeah, just a flat little box for all this stuff. So let's check out the parts. Okay, well, here's all the parts that come with this, and there's not a lot. You just get a single sheet of parts here. You can see they're actually detailed out, though. I think you put each one of these like pie wedge pieces on separately. There's the secondary hole. There's a little stand for this. So yeah, there's not much to this at all. There's nothing on the back as far as printing goes. Here's the instructions. Not much to this either because, we just have a few steps here to put it together. Probably not going to take long to put this together at all. It's kind of neat though. I like it. And this was pretty interesting. It comes with this nice book. Look at this. So it's got like a big thing. It kind of shows, I didn't know it came with all this, but it talks about the show, and the ship itself kind of shows some nice pictures of the filming model there. And then kind of talks about, I guess, the overall plot to the show or whatever. Some nice little pictures of the sets. Let's see what else we got in here. It looks like some pictures of some of the episodes. Of course, we got all the characters, the crew, and some scenes from different episodes here. Love the one with Scotty right there. That was cool. Relics, that was such a great episode. So many great episodes of this show. Oh, I love that scene from Generations where the saucer crashes. That is so cool. I remember seeing that in theaters. The whole theater shook from the sound effects that they used. Here's some more pictures of the filming model. Look at that. There they are building the ship. Hard to believe that that model would eventually sell for $500,000 at auction one day. Pretty crazy. There's some explosions from the show. That looks like the one where time keeps repeating itself. Oh, look at that. There's some behind the scenes of how they did the crash scene. If you watch the Blu-rays, they have this whole segment of how they filmed it. It was really cool how they did it. That saucer section is huge. I think that went up for auction too, and it is massive. It is like a really large section of the saucer. And it's so neat how they made all that fake scenery. They got carpeting from an office building that was throwing it away, and they they used it to make the mountains and stuff. And then they had to paint it a really bright green because on film, if they painted it a normal green, it would have looked brown on film. So they had to paint it like almost a neon color. It was really interesting how they did this. And they filmed it through a mirror so that the model actually crashed through a mirror. It was really a really interesting segment on how they did it. Here's the model. There it is painted. And I think they give you a paint guide here. And then this is really cool. Let me see if I can get to this page here. Look at that. There is a Borgified version of the Enterprise. That's pretty neat. So it's kind of cool. You can do this whatever way you want to do it. So, all right, well, I guess I'll start working on this. I don't think I'm going to paint it. I just kind of wanted to build it and check it out. But here's some other stuff that looks like they got available. Oh, hey, they have a regular Enterprise, too, the original series. Although I don't really like the way they did the nacelles there. Dinosaur's pretty cool. Eiffel Tower's pretty nifty. All right, well, these are really cool. I like these kits. They're not that expensive, and they're just kind of fun to build. All right, well, here it is all built, and I don't know. I don't know what to think about this. It looks pretty rough. I mean, it's wood. What are you going to do? It's a wood kit. And you're trying to, they're trying to get these angles on things that just don't work very well. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Like, you see all this, gapping going on for the saucer where the two ends of the saucer go together. Now, it's not going to fit right because you got one flat, these are flat here, so they don't really conform to each other very well on the edge. And then I think some of these pieces are a little bit warped as well. I noticed on the pictures of the box art, theirs looked a little rough too. But you can see how it goes around. You're going to need a sanding stick to kind of sand down those birds just to make it look a little more nicer. But I guess it's okay. Here's the top. You can see all the design work on here. It's nice that they etched in the insignia and the windows and stuff like that. But if you paint this, you're going to cover all that, and you're not going to see it anyway. So, but they made it so that if you don't want to paint it, you can just kind of leave it and show some detail on there, which isn't bad. You got some weird angles going on in here. I will say that when you are putting on these nacelles, there's 3 layers right here of wood pieces, but this piece here, they don't mention it in the instructions, but you have to, when you first put this bottom one on, you're going to have to smush in this piece right here because it doesn't mention it. If you just rest it back here and here, it's going to lean. You're going to have the front end leaning down, and this is going to be up, and it's going to look, crooked. And so you're going to have to smush this end into this piece so that the top of this piece matches the top of this piece. They don't say anything about it in the instructions, but that's the only way you're going to get these all even. And plus, you'll also notice that if you don't do that, this little notch right here that goes into this slot, it's not going to come up even. For a while there, I could not figure out why that wasn't fitting right. And then I realized you're going to have to push that in. So it's going to take a little bit of force to get it in there to make it look right. And even so, you can kind of see how they lean down a little bit, like they lean forward. And it's just because of the way this piece is right here. I don't know. Here's the bottom. You can see the detail on here as well. They got more windows and stuff like that. There's no detail on this part of it. It's got a nice little stand that holds it up. Back here, you got some more detail here along the neck and along the secondary hull right here. A little bit of detail on there as well for the nacelles. But yeah, I don't know. I don't, like I said, it's kind of rough looking. You can kind of see it kind of leans forward a little bit too. I think for this kit, you're kind of paying more for the magazine than you are for the model. But it was $20. I found it on Amazon. If you want one of these, I'll put a link in the description. This isn't a paid promotional video. I'm not getting paid to do this or anything. I just happened to find it on Amazon. I thought it might be kind of fun to put it together. It's not terrible, but it's not the greatest either. Just my honest opinion on it. But it was fun to put together, and it doesn't take up a lot of room because you can see how small it is. But all right, well, that's it for this little kit. I hope you enjoyed this little review. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I very much appreciate it. And until the next time, I'll see you on the next video. So thanks for watching. I'll see you then. Have a good one.